Much better. By the way, if you are headed downtown to watch the game tomorrow night, you might be thinking Uber, maybe even Lyft. It's going to make the trip easier.
A lot of people using those services, but that could be a pain in and of itself. Rideshare drivers have been creating a traffic nightmare downtown, many refusing to use designated areas for drop-offs and pickups. We sent our James Girardi to figure out what is going on. James, why aren't those designated areas being utilized?
Lee, it's a good question. We asked Uber that tonight. Police telling us there were major traffic issues following the first two games of the World Series this week. There were clear instructions for every Uber, Lyft, and limo driver. Those instructions, though, weren't followed.
Fans stuck it out in the rain Wednesday, but were met with a flood of traffic when the game ended and they hit the streets. This cell phone video taken along Carnegie after last night's game shows the source of the holdup. Car after car, limos, Lyfts, and Ubers parked, waiting for passengers, making a massive headache for everyone trying to leave.
It kind of looked like the Cavs parade, but with cars everywhere, like the millions of people everywhere, but it was cars.
This was the designated pickup and drop-off spot for Uber and Lyft drivers on West Huron in between Superior and Ontario streets. There were even these no parking signs designating this stretch of street for rideshare programs. But right here, this is actually where a lot of cars were doing their picking up and dropping off on this stretch of Carnegie, right outside the stadium in between Ontario and 9th.
And there's so many Uber drivers blocking traffic.
The traffic causing a headache for this dispatcher trying to move cars parked illegally.
If we got any available tow patrol, they can come move these cars along Ontario, Carnegie to Eagle that are now parking in 3 lanes.
We do not right now.
While it was easier for drivers to make a buck by picking up their passengers right outside the stadium, many knew they needed to head elsewhere.
We get text messages and it'll say head towards this area or head towards that area.
And Uber in a statement tonight telling me they're going to be doing all they can for future games, Cavs games included, to make sure that passengers and drivers know where to go to minimize traffic impacts. Reporting live downtown, I'm James Girardi, News 5.